Okay, hello everyone. So today I'm just here to talk to you about my past injury, my hernia injury. So I ended up having to get it fixed. First we'll explain how I did the injury. I was doing side lateral raises and I wasn't using good form. And I was using heavy weight and I was sort of jerked with it, so I slightly moved like that when I've come up, and as I've done it I've split just above where my belly button is. It sort of split and it stuck out, and after a period of time I had that without it being fixed for a good year. I was just cruising around with it like that, and every time I'd train on other things or I'd lay down, it'd feel like a tongue, and it's like I'd feel like I'd have to lay down to push it back in. I'd feel it push out and push in, so it was quite uncomfortable. And any type of bent over movements like bent over rows, deadlifts, even squats, I would feel it. Like anything that would put abdominal pressure, it was quite painful and very uncomfortable. So I ended up seeing specialists and wanted to get it fixed. So I went and had the operation for it. It was about 2 years ago. So I had the operation, they fixed it. The first night back home, they said I was all fine, so I've gone home. Then there was a complication. So my bladder tipped, so it apparently can tip and it fills with fluid. So the next day, well, yeah, I was just in so much pain. I was just laying there, it was just full. So I had to go back to the hospital, and went back to the hospital, and they did a scan, and they felt it, and they seen that that was what was wrong with me. So I had to stay in hospital another 5 days correcting that issue. So they corrected that issue. Then I finally get home. I was at home for about 2 days, so I think it was about 7 days and after my operation before I went back to the gym. So I went back to the gym. When I did go back to the gym though, I was like very controlled with what I did. I used like machines, a lot of machines. If I had any type of pain I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it at all. So I just was very smart like that. So I just, I'd like squeeze more and move more and use lighter weight. But then as it progressed, I started getting heavier and heavier. And it was about 2 months, I reckon, before I was able to do like more like dumbbell movements and bent over movements. But still I had to watch the weight because I could feel it didn't quite feel right. And every now and again, like I'll move a certain way I would, and when I moved I could feel it, because there's two different operations you can get. You can get the one where they just stitch it back up, or you can get the gauze put in. It's meant to be stronger if you get the gauze put in, but there's a chance that infection could think they've got to remove it or something like that. But I went for the gauze because I didn't want it to happen again, and I didn't want it to bust or anything like that. So I went with the gauze. So yeah, as I was saying, yeah, so there's not as much chance of it splitting and popping back out. Yeah, so I started using dumbbells and barbells, but I was still lifting light then, but I was lifting heavy on the machines, and that was the stage I was at. At about 6 months, I felt a lot better. I wouldn't really have much to whinge about. The pain wasn't there or anything at all, because I didn't really whinge anyway. But what would happen is, the only way I'd feel it usually is if I had something pushing up against it, like say you're doing like a low row or something like that, and you've got to push the bottom of your belly or the top of your chest. I just have to position the pad properly to keep my belly off it. But yeah, that was the only issue I had there. But I would still feel every now and again, it's like I could feel it in there. I'd move a certain way, so that actually feeling didn't go away till about a year. And about the year stage, it was fully healed. I thought, like, I didn't even know that it was done anymore after that. But yeah, it was very manageable. Like I said, I was back training in the gym in a week. But like I said, you just had to cater for that injury. So if you just got a small injury, you got something like that, do what you can, but don't deliberately over push your body so you don't want to hurt yourself anymore. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video.